In a far-off galaxy, many different alien groups fought for power. Each group wanted to be the strongest, and they did not care about humans living on a small planet called Earth. They thought humans were weak and unimportant. Most aliens had never even seen a human and did not believe they could be a threat. Among the stars, a brave human commander named Captain Alex stood tall. Alex was known for their courage and quick thinking. They had a team of skilled soldiers and scientists who were ready to protect Earth at any cost. The commander often looked at the stars and wondered how long humans could stay safe. The rumors of war spread fast, and the galaxy buzzed with talk of battles and betrayal. One day, an alien group called the Zarnax launched a surprise attack on a human colony on the edge of their territory. The Zarnax were known for their ruthless tactics and powerful ships. They wanted to send a message to the galaxy: humans were not to be respected. The attack was brutal, and many lives were lost. Families were torn apart as homes turned to ashes. News of the attack reached Captain Alex, who was in the command center, reviewing data on human defenses. When the report came in, Alex's heart sank. They gathered their team quickly, feeling the weight of their responsibility. "We cannot let this go unanswered," Alex said, their voice firm. "We must show the galaxy that we are not weak." Meanwhile, in the Zarnax headquarters, leaders laughed about their victory. They watched images of the destroyed colony, feeling powerful and invincible. "These humans are nothing," their leader, General Thrax, sneered. "They will never fight back." The Zarnax believed they had struck fear into the hearts of humans. However, Alex was not afraid. The commander called a meeting with their top officers. "We will strike back," they declared. "We will show them that humans are not to be underestimated." The officers nodded, inspired by Alex's determination. Alex's team began planning a counterattack. They knew that surprise was key. They studied the Zarnax's movements and weaknesses. Their strategy was simple: hit hard and fast before the Zarnax could prepare for a second attack. The humans were ready to fight for their survival and their honor. As the humans worked on their plan, tension grew among the alien groups. The Zarnax's attack had alarmed many. Other factions started to worry that if the Zarnax could easily defeat humans, they could be next. Rumors spread about a powerful human fleet rising from the ashes of their fallen colony. In secret, other alien leaders met to discuss the situation. They whispered about the potential threat humans posed, realizing that they might have to reconsider their views. "What if they are stronger than we think?" one leader said, trembling with fear. They began to argue, pointing fingers at each other, realizing that unity among them was fragile. Back in the human command center, Alex and the team completed their plan. They would launch a series of lightning-fast strikes against the Zarnax ships, targeting their supply lines first. "We will hit them where it hurts," Alex explained. "We will show the galaxy that we can fight back." As the humans prepared their ships for battle, a sense of unity filled the air. Soldiers and scientists alike were focused and determined. They were ready to protect their home and take a stand against those who thought they could be bullied. The galaxy was about to witness a fight that would change everything. As the humans set their course for the Zarnax stronghold, they felt a fire in their hearts. They were no longer the weak underdogs, they were warriors ready to unleash their fury. With each passing moment, the tension in the galaxy grew. Would the humans succeed, or would the Zarnax prove too powerful? The answers lay just beyond the stars, and the battle was only beginning. As the human fleet prepared for battle, the atmosphere in the command center was charged with determination. Captain Alex paced back and forth, their mind racing with strategies and possibilities. The attack by the Zarnax had been brutal, but now it was time for the humans to strike back. "Every soldier needs to be ready," Alex said, addressing their team of officers. "We must show the galaxy what we are capable of." The officers nodded, feeling inspired by their leader's words. They knew they had to move quickly to turn the tide in their favor. The team set to work, gathering intelligence on the Zarnax fleet. They analyzed battle reports and watched footage from the attack on the colony. Each piece of information was vital. "We need to find their weaknesses," one officer suggested. "They might have overextended themselves after the attack." "Exactly," Alex replied. "Let's focus on their supply lines. If we can cut off their resources, we can weaken them before we even engage in battle." The officers worked tirelessly, sharing ideas and creating a plan that would take advantage of the Zarnax's mistakes. Meanwhile, the news of the humans preparing for war spread quickly throughout the galaxy. Alien factions who had previously dismissed humans began to take notice. The humans are not backing down, one alien leader remarked. They are serious about this fight. The fear of underestimating humans loomed over them. Back at the command center, Alex called for a meeting with their soldiers. The room was filled with faces of determination and courage. You all know what's at stake, Alex said. We are not just fighting for our home. We are fighting for our future. We must unite as one. The soldiers cheered, feeling a sense of pride swell within them. As the planning continued, the scientists on the team worked to enhance the humans' technology. They had discovered an ancient weapon hidden away in a research lab, a device that could amplify their ship's firepower. This could be our game changer, one scientist said, excitement evident in their voice. Let's test it, Alex ordered. We need to ensure it's ready for battle. The scientists and engineers worked late into the night, calibrating the device and preparing it for deployment. The hum of machines and the chatter of excited voices filled the air. Days passed, and the human fleet was finally ready. Their ships were sleek and powerful, equipped with the latest technology. Each soldier felt a sense of pride as they boarded their vessels. The time for action had come. The mood was serious but hopeful. On the eve of the attack, Alex gathered their team one last time. Tomorrow we will face the Zarnax, they said. We will fight not just for our colony, but for every human who believes in us. We are stronger together. The room erupted in cheers as the soldiers felt the weight of their mission settle in. They were ready to unleash their fury. As night fell, the ship sat silently in the dark space, engines humming softly. The crew members ran through their checklists, ensuring everything was in order. Alex looked out into the vastness of space, feeling a mix of fear and excitement. They knew this was a turning point for humanity. In the Zarnax headquarters, the atmosphere was different. General Thrax was confident after their previous victory. The humans will be crushed, Thrax boasted to their officers. They are no match for us. But the Zarnax were unaware of the preparation and determination brewing among the humans. As dawn broke, Alex issued the command to launch the fleet. "Today is our day!" they shouted. The ships powered up, and the humans felt a rush of adrenaline. They were no longer the hunted, they were the hunters. The galaxy would soon learn the true strength of humanity. With engines roaring, the human fleet set course for the Zarnax stronghold. As they approached, the tension was palpable. The galaxy watched, holding its breath, waiting to see if the humans would succeed in their fight for survival. The time for battle had arrived, and the fate of humanity hung in the balance. Would they be able to take back what was lost? Would they prove to the galaxy that they were a force to be reckoned with? The answers lay ahead in the stars, where destiny awaited. The human fleet soared through the dark expanse of space, their ships glinting like stars as they headed toward the Zarnax stronghold. Captain Alex stood at the helm, eyes focused and heart pounding. The time for revenge had come, and they were ready to make their mark on the galaxy. "Captain, we are approaching the Zarnax supply lines," reported Lieutenant Harris, the navigator. "We should be in firing range in 5 minutes." Alex took a deep breath. "Good. Prepare for the first wave of attacks. Remember our plan? Hit hard and fast." The crew nodded, their faces a mix of excitement and determination. As they neared the Zarnax stronghold, the fleet split into smaller groups, each ready to target key supply ships and bases. "Let's give them a surprise they won't forget," Alex said, gripping the controls. The first volley of lasers lit up the dark sky as the humans unleashed their fury. The Zarnax, taken off guard, scrambled to respond. Explosions rocked the area as human ships darted in and out, firing with precision. "They never saw it coming," Harris shouted, a grin spreading across his face. The humans moved like a well-rehearsed dance, striking quickly and retreating before the Zarnax could regroup. Reports flooded in about the success of the initial strikes. "We've taken out 3 supply ships," another officer announced, his voice full of enthusiasm. But amidst the chaos, General Thrax was furious. "How could this happen? We underestimated them," Thrax bellowed in the command center of the Zarnax stronghold. "Get the fleet in the air. We will not let these humans win." The Zarnax scrambled to launch their fighters, but the humans had already gained the upper hand. Alex watched the chaos unfold on the screen. "We need to keep the pressure on them," they ordered. "Let's target their command ship next." With a fierce resolve, the fleet moved toward the Zarnax command ship. Alex felt a surge of adrenaline as they watched their plan come to life. "Lock on target! Fire!" Lasers streaked through space, striking the command ship with a brilliant explosion. The Zarnax forces were thrown into disarray, and panic began to set in. "They're attacking the command ship!" "We need reinforcements," an alien officer shouted, his voice shaking. As the battle raged on, the humans pressed forward, using their newly enhanced technology to their advantage. The ancient weapon that had been upgraded now delivered devastating firepower. Each blast shook the Zarnax ships, weakening their defenses. "This is working!" a scientist exclaimed from the back of the command center. "The Zarnax won't be able to handle this for long." Feeling the tide of battle shift, Alex decided to push further. "Let's hit their main base. If we can take it down, we'll cripple their entire operation." The crew cheered, their spirits high. They knew victory was within their grasp. As they approached the Zarnax main base, the crew was met with fierce resistance. Zarnax fighters filled the sky, shooting lasers in all directions. The humans fought back with fierce determination. "Stay in formation!" Alex shouted, guiding their ship through the chaos. "We can't let them break our lines!" The battle was intense and the stakes were high. Human ships were hit, and explosions rocked the fleet, but the crew pressed on, refusing to give up. They had come too far to turn back now. "We can do this!" Alex urged, pushing their ship closer to the enemy base. Finally, the moment arrived. Alex ordered the fleet to concentrate their fire on the main base. "Now! Together!" Lasers rained down on the Zarnax stronghold, and in one final explosion, the base crumbled. Cheers erupted in the human fleet as they watched the Zarnax stronghold fall. "We did it! We struck back!" Harris shouted, raising his fist in triumph. But in the shadows of space, a new threat loomed. The Zarnax might have been defeated today, but Alex knew the fight was far from over. As the crew celebrated their victory, the humans could feel the galaxy watching. They had shown their strength, but they also knew they had to remain vigilant. This battle was just the beginning. Humanity had awakened, and the galaxy would never forget their fury. After the stunning victory over the Zarnax, Captain Alex and their crew felt a wave of hope wash over them. The humans had proven they could stand up to the powerful Zarnax Empire. But as they celebrated their hard-earned triumph, Alex knew that the battle was far from over. The galaxy was still a dangerous place. News of the humans' success quickly spread, reaching the ears of various alien factions. Many races were frightened by the humans' newfound strength, but some were intrigued. In a dimly lit conference room aboard the human flagship, Alex gathered representatives from different alien species to discuss a potential alliance. The atmosphere was tense. Many of the alien delegates looked wary as they entered the room. "Why should we trust humans?" asked a tall, slender alien with bright blue skin and sharp features. This was Ambassador Jorath from the Zolorian race, known for their cunning intelligence. "Because we all face the same enemy," Alex replied, standing tall. "The Zarnax threaten everyone, not just humanity. Together we can be stronger." The other delegates murmured among themselves, uncertain about the proposition. An older, wise-looking alien from the Rylox race spoke up. "But how do we know you won't turn against us once the Zarnax are defeated? Humans are known for their unpredictable nature." Alex felt a wave of frustration but remained calm. "I understand your concerns, but our fight is not just about humans. It's about freedom for everyone. If we join forces, we can bring peace to the galaxy." Slowly, the tension in the room eased. The delegates listened as Alex laid out their plans for a united front against the Zarnax. "We need to share resources, intelligence, and technology. Together, we can launch a coordinated attack that will take the Zarnax by surprise," Alex explained passionately. After hours of debate, the delegates finally agreed to form an alliance, albeit a shaky one. They signed an agreement, but the atmosphere was still filled with skepticism. As the meeting concluded, Alex felt a mix of relief and anxiety. They had made progress, but trust would take time. In the following days, the alliance began to take shape. The humans shared their advanced technology with their new allies, and in return, the aliens offered their unique abilities and knowledge of the Zarnax. But as they trained and planned together, the old suspicions lingered. Some alien races were still cautious about humanity's intentions. One evening, during a joint training exercise, Alex noticed that the Zolorian soldiers were not cooperating with the human forces. Their leader, Ambassador Jorath, stood off to the side, arms crossed, watching with a critical eye. "This isn't how we win," Alex said, approaching Jorath. "We need to work together or we'll never defeat the Zarnax." Jorath raised an eyebrow. "Perhaps you humans need to prove yourselves further. Trust must be earned, Captain." Feeling the weight of their words, Alex realized that building trust would be a slow process. They returned to their ship, determined to show the Allies that humans were not to be underestimated. That night, as they planned the next move, Alex came up with an idea. Let's invite all our allies for a demonstration of our technology. We can show them what we've been working on. The crew agreed that it could be a good way to earn respect. The next day, a gathering was held on the flagship. Alien representatives, including Jorath, watched as the human crew demonstrated their advanced weapons systems and strategies. The humans showcased their enhanced ships, firing lasers with precision. The display was impressive and drew cheers from many of the aliens. As the demonstration concluded, Jorath stepped forward. "This was impressive, Captain. I see now that you are serious about this alliance." There was a hint of respect in their voice, but skepticism still lingered. "We need each other to survive," Alex replied, feeling hopeful. "Together we can defeat the Zarnax once and for all." With their allies starting to come around, the humans began to feel a renewed sense of purpose. The alliance was shaky, but it was a start. As the days passed, they continued to train and share knowledge, preparing for the battle that lay ahead. But deep down, Alex knew that the trust needed for a true alliance would take time and effort. They were determined to prove that humanity was a worthy partner in the fight against the Zarnax. The galaxy was watching, and every decision mattered. The day of the final battle had arrived. Captain Alex stood on the bridge of the flagship, gazing out at the vastness of space. The combined fleet of humans and their alien allies was ready. Each ship was a testament to their strength and determination. Today, they would face the Zarnax once and for all. "Captain, all systems are go." "The fleet is in position," Lieutenant Harris reported, his voice steady. The tension in the air was palpable, and the crew could feel the weight of the moment. "Thank you, Harris. Let's review our plan one last time," Alex said, gathering the officers around a holographic display. The plan was simple but bold. They would launch a surprise attack on the Zarnax flagship while simultaneously targeting their supply lines. As they reviewed the details, Ambassador Jorath entered the bridge, flanked by other alien delegates. "We are ready, Captain. Our ships are prepared to support you in this battle," Jorath stated, a hint of determination in their voice. "Good. We must strike hard and fast." "The Zarnax won't expect us to work together," Alex replied. "Remember, this is not just about revenge. It's about freedom for all of us." The crew nodded in agreement, their spirits lifted by the words of their captain. The fleet began to move towards the Zarnax stronghold. As they approached, Alex could see the Zarnax ships patrolling the area. "Now is our chance. Let's show them what we can do," Alex shouted, heart racing with anticipation. With a loud command, the fleet launched their attack. Lasers lit up the dark expanse of space, and explosions echoed across the battlefield. The humans and their allies fought side by side, their ships weaving in and out of the chaos. "Keep your formations tight," Alex ordered. "We can't let them break our lines." The Zarnax were caught off guard by the coordinated attack. Their ships struggled to respond as the humans unleashed everything they had. Each blast from the human fleet struck with deadly precision, shaking the Zarnax forces to their core. "We're pushing them back!" Harris exclaimed, his voice filled with excitement. But just as victory seemed within reach, a Zarnax commander issued a counterattack. "Focus fire on the human flagship!" he roared, and the Zarnax ships turned their weapons towards Alex's ship. A wave of lasers surged toward them, and the crew braced for impact. "Shields up!" Alex shouted, gripping the controls tightly. The ship shuddered as the lasers struck, but the shields held strong. "Return fire! We can't let them break our defenses!" As the battle raged on, Alex noticed that some of their alien allies were struggling. The Rylox ships were taking heavy damage, and one of their larger vessels was hit hard. "Captain, we need to assist the Rylox," an officer urged. "Agreed. Let's cover their retreat," Alex commanded. They maneuvered the flagship closer to the Rylox ship, firing at the Zarnax attackers. The humans fought bravely, and slowly the Rylox managed to escape the Zarnax's grasp. The tide of battle was turning. With their combined forces, the humans and their allies began to push back the Zarnax. "We can do this!" Harris shouted, and cheers erupted throughout the fleet. As the Zarnax flagship came into view, Alex knew that this was the moment they had been waiting for. "All ships, focus fire on the Zarnax flagship." The crew worked together, their determination fueling the assault. Lasers rained down on the flagship, and explosions rocked the enemy vessel, Inside the Zarnak's flagship, Commander Thrax watched in disbelief. "We cannot lose to these humans!" he shouted, rallying his troops. But it was too late. The combined might of the human and alien forces was overwhelming. With one final push, the flagship erupted in a massive explosion. The Zarnak's forces, now in full retreat, scattered into the darkness of space. The humans and their allies had won the battle. As the dust settled, cheers filled the bridge of the flagship. Alex felt a rush of relief and pride. "We did it! We struck back!" But even in their victory, Alex knew that this was just the beginning of a new era. The galaxy had witnessed the strength of humanity and their allies, and now they must work together to maintain peace. The battle was won, but the fight for freedom had just begun. The Alliance, once shaky, now stood strong, united in their determination to protect the galaxy. Captain Alex smiled, knowing that together they could face whatever challenges lay ahead.